Okay, now this question has kind of some backstory to it. Now, I normally would cut out the backstory to save time. Without the backstory, the question doesn't make any sense. So I have no choice but to include it. Okay, now, basically, through some kind of mystical powers, Thanos is basically materialized into the real world. Yes, sounds kind of odd, but Thanos is real. Now, when Thanos becomes real, so does the Infinity Stones. And Thanos has all of the Infinity Stones. Now, Thanos, because he's Thanos, immediately assumes, oh wait, I'm Thanos, I gotta do my mission where I snap half of the universe out of existence. Or half of the galaxy, or half of everything in space, basically. But then, all of a sudden, myself, I'm personally transported. I don't know, maybe a warp portal, or maybe a black hole, or it opens and I step through, or maybe I'm Star Trek beamed to Thanos. The guy wasn't Pacific, but basically, one moment I'm at home, the next moment I find myself in front of Thanos. Now, the backstory then goes on to say that the moment Thanos sees me, he's frightened. I don't know why, he's just scared. And Thanos, in his moment of fear, tries to snap me into non-existence, but when he snaps, nothing happens. And that's when Thanos drops this backstory about how I have a mutant ability that's so powerful that no other power, not even the Infinity Stones, can fight against it. And this power is that I basically negate or stop the use of every single power in existence. Basically, Voldemort is like, I've had a kiss! And the beam goes to fly towards Harry Potter, and then I step in the way, and the beam just kind of fizzles out and disappears. Or, Cyclops shoots his like laser beam, or like concussive beam, or whatever the fuck it is, towards somebody, and I go, and I leap in the way, and the beam just goes, just kind of disappears from existence. Basically, wherever I'm at, mutant powers just stop working, and magic stops working. Basically, my mutant power is so powerful that David Copperfield is sitting there. He's like, I'm gonna pull this rabbit out of the hat, and he reaches in and he pulls out a turtle instead. He's like, what the fuck is this? A turtle? No, it's supposed to be a rabbit. What the fuck? And then Doctor Strange tries to open his stupid sling ring portal, and the shit's not working. But anyway, basically, my mutant power is I negate every possible ability and magic, and even Infinity Stones. And Thanos is like snapping away, nothing's happening, he's all pissed off. And then at that moment, Thanos offers me a deal. He's just like, yeah, listen, if you stop using your power, so just enough so I can snap everyone out of existence, I'll give you whatever you want. I'll use the magic of the magic or the power of the stones to conjure into existence anything you want. And basically the question is, if Thanos offered me everything or anything that I wanted, what would I pick? Well, that's actually quite simple. I'm just like, okay, Thanos, if you want to snap half of the world, or half of the universe, or half of space into non-existence, you gotta do exactly as I say. I want you to create an island in the middle of the ocean that hasn't existed before. And on that island, I want a 42-room mansion with a helicopter. That way so I'm not trapped on the island. And I want the mansion to be fully paid for, I want the island to be fully paid for, and I want to own the island. And I want $40 billion in my bank account so I can continue to buy supplies that I need for the island for all time. And every single room other than my own is going to be filled with super attractive Asian bitches. And all these chicks are going to be super horny. Every time I even mention getting my dick sucked, they instantaneously agree. And I'm pretty sure someone's like, damn, that's a lot to ask for, motherfucker. I'm like, yeah, but if I could ask, if Thanos could literally conjure anything and everything into existence, with like the slightest gesture, he could conjure all that stuff with probably a couple, maybe one or two gestures. It'd be completely effortless for him, and he'd be able to do that easily if it meant that he could fulfill his goal of snapping half of the living beings into non-existence. And I would also probably have to specify that some of the hot bitches in my house or on my island could get snapped away into non-existence. And I'd have to specify that I, myself, could not be snapped into non-existence. But, yeah, basically, if he fulfilled all those things, I would just basically be on my island with all my hot bitches, fucking as much as I wanted, and have my helicopter fly around and get supplies for me. I'd be like, damn, we're all out of Reese's peanut butter cups. I better get in my fucking helicopter and fly to the mainland and get more. The pilot guy is like, yeah, we'll fly out there and get those Reese's peanut butter cups after I'm done getting my dick sucked. I'm like, hey, we're supposed to go now. But yeah, I just fly to the mainland, and I'd buy like an entire pallet of potato chips. Then I'd strap them to my helicopter and I'd fly back to my island. The only thing that I'd probably have to worry about is that I'd probably be sitting there in the store and then some guy looks over and goes, hey, there's that guy that traded the lives of half of everyone for an island full of hot bitches. And I'd be like, yeah, that's me, one of it. And then the guy would probably look at me and be like, can I go to your island? And I'd be like, wait, you're not angry that I traded the lives of half of everyone in existence for an island full of hot bitches? And the guy is like, no, I'm not mad. I'd probably do the same thing. I can't fault you for something that I myself would do. And I'd be like, okay. I'd love to invite you, but if I invite you, I'd have to invite all the other people. What do you mean, all the other people? Yeah, if I invite you, I have to allow the other 47 people that asked me that same question. Oh, damn, I'm not the first one that asked? No. Actually, what's strange is that after Thanos snapped half of the living creatures out of existence, Captain America asked me if he could come to my island and get his fuck on, and I said no. And then I magically disappeared. And Captain America was super pissed because he wanted to get some hot Asian pussy, and I told him no. But yeah, that's basically my answer to that question. People are like, but doesn't that have like some serious ethical dilemmas? No, it doesn't. If Thanos offered me like a paradise full of hot Asian bitches to let him snap people out of existence, I wouldn't fucking hesitate to do it. And I know, Neebs Gaming, it's like world peace. I know Neebs from Neebs Gaming. Like, world peace, you would have to sacrifice that to save everyone's lives. Fuck you, Neebs. I wouldn't sacrifice everyone. I wouldn't sacrifice my own happiness for everyone else. You can eat a dick, Neebs. Because the idea that someone would sacrifice having a lavish mansion full of hot Asian bitches that are eager to suck a dick at the drop of a coin is just fucking stupid. I would not give up my island paradise full of hot bitches in order to save the lives of some fucking bug-eyed green alien thing on some planet on the edge of the fucking universe that I never saw before in my life. I mean, yeah, a lot of people were like, well, if you stop Thanos, you could stop him from snapping everyone out of existence on the planet Earth. I was like, yeah, but a lot of the people that got snapped out of existence are people that I never saw in my life. I mean, if Thanos snapped his finger and Neebs of Neebs Gaming got turned into dust, yeah, a lot of people would be sad. But if some random xenomorph on LB47 got dusted, no one would give a fuck. I mean, that's why if Thanos wanted to snap half of the life forms in the entire existence of space into non-existence, I wouldn't give a fuck. Who gives a flying fuck if some life form on some planet that's way the fuck out in space, like light years beyond our capabilities to see, gets blinked out of existence? I mean, would anybody give a fuck if one of those predator aliens is sitting there hunting human beings on their reserve planet, and then all of a sudden he gets fucking dusted into nothing? I mean, would anybody give a shit if someone was on a UFO and they're about to get probed in their ass by a gray, and then all of a sudden, poof, he turns into dust? Would anybody give a fuck about that? No. No one would give a flying fuck. So no, I would not sacrifice my ginormous mansion and my billions of dollars and a whole harem of hot Asian bitches for some average Joe motherfucker who's working in an office. Someone's like, you should care about that average Joe guy working in an office. He has a family. Did I ever meet that guy? Did I ever interact with that guy? Did I ever speak to that guy? Do I know that guy? No, I don't know that motherfucker. For all I care, that guy can blink out of existence and I wouldn't give a fuck because I never talked to him, I never interacted with him. I don't know that guy. So that guy can blink out of existence and his family can be crying and be sad and commit suicide. It wouldn't matter because I don't know those fuckers. I'm gonna be on my island getting Asian pussy while those motherfuckers is being sad. Fuck that shit. Fuck them in the ass for all I care. Thanos could snap everyone out of could snap half of the life forms in the entire existence of time into non-existence, and then he could go up to their families and fuck them in the ass for all I care. Thanos could be reaming every surviving husband's. Basically, some guy could get snapped out of existence and his wife could be crying, and then Thanos could say, stop that crying shit, and go up to her and start fucking her in her ass in front of her kids, right in front of the dead guy's dusted corpse. And I wouldn't care. Because I wouldn't see it. I wouldn't hear it. I would have nothing to do with it. So why the fuck should I care? Someone's like, you should show some sympathy. Her husband got dusted. Who gives a fuck if that lady's husband got dusted? Maybe he was a lame ass. Maybe he was a child molester. Maybe he killed like 10 people and had them buried under his back porch. I don't give a fuck about that guy. That guy can eat a dick for all I care. Fuck him. Damn, I got all worked up. Basically, yeah, if Thanos offered me a deal, I'd take it. I wouldn't give a fuck about all the people that are about to turn into dust. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck those people. They can turn to dust. I don't give a fuck about them.